T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
Two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to another Kop-Ish Catch-Up live. Hope you're well. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Seeing a lot of you guys in the comments. If it don't go through, cow this, cow that, cow this. I speak with chess people. You know me by now. You know me by now. You know me, man. You know who I am by now.
Know me by now.
You will never, never, never know me. Sobby. When you're speaking about Zubimendi, the dream boy, the dream signing, DM, the 6. Drift, how you doing today, bro?
I'm all right.
I'll perk up, Drift. Do you know what? Perk up, bro.
I'm all right, man. I'm all right.
Perk up, bro.
I'm all right, man.
Keep on hearing, oh, I don't know if it's going to happen, don't know. Why? Why do we think it's not going to happen?
Well, I tell you what, it's definitely a very, what's the word I could use? Poignant, maybe, is the right word, moment in the FSG ownership, because with Klopp gone, we need to make a few statements. I think they made some good statements with bringing Edwards back because he's a man that people trust. I think they've made a good statement by putting him in charge because I think he's put the right man in charge for the club. But the transfer part will always still have that little bit of an iffiness over them with regards to like their ambition, etc., etc. So, and I'm not just talking about them themselves. I'm even talking about the people they put in charge to get things done. Like it all becomes an umbrella, right? So to miss out on Zubimendi after it becoming such big news, off of the back of the Caicedo stuff that happened last year, it could look really bad for Liverpool in general. That when it comes to like big deals, we're starting to become a bit woeful at getting it done. So, bruv, I hope it gets done just for those reasons, because I don't want to be known as a club that can't get it done. Do you know what I'm saying? And it might start looking a bit like that. So that's why I hope we get it done.
Hope. Ain't no hope round there, man. No one else has got this far as Zubimendi. No one else has made this impression on Zubimendi. At the moment, what I've been hearing is that the sticking point or the negotiation part, should I say, is whether we pay the full amount of the release clause up front or we go higher than the release clause but pay it off in installments. From what I believe, Zubimendi's heard what he's heard. He likes it. He says, yeah, I want a bit of that. He went, see.
No, but I agree with you. From what I've been told, from what I've read, from what I've heard, Zubimendi has actually never, ever been tempted to leave Sociedad until now.
this is an effed up comment to make. You're not saying I'm the Liverpool curse, is it? Is what we're saying now. That is effed up, Mo.
But yeah, I agree with you. And I'm not being shady to any other clubs. I'm just naming the clubs because it's kind of factual. Man United, Barcelona, Arsenal, these clubs have tried their best to convince him to join their clubs in the past, and he didn't want to hear it. He wasn't interested in what their project was, and he wasn't interested in the club. But apparently with Liverpool, he's extremely happy with the prospect of playing for the club. It's just about the final details, and is he really about to leave Spain? Because as I said, bro, he doesn't really want to leave Spain. So I'm very optimistic from that point of view. Very optimistic. And I think it's even more impressive that this is a Liverpool without Klopp, bro. Because I think if Klopp was here, it would kind of speak for itself why he would want to be a part of the project. Everyone wanted to play for Klopp. It's Klopp. But for him to be this intrigued about the project under a new manager and new structure, I think that speaks volumes of how good the project must be. Because there isn't anybody there that's like that, like world-renowned face to draw in somebody from a different, race, country, all of that kind of stuff. It's like literally just the allure of the project, and I like that. I think that's very, very promising. That's very promising.
Shout out to Cop Class. I was just going to speak about this, and Lakers sent this to me as well. There's rumors that if and when we get Zubimendi, that Stefan Bajcetic will go the other way on loan. What's your thoughts about that proposal potentially?
Other than the fact that I want Bajcetic to get the best care possible at home, because I think our facilities are second to none. Because obviously you're still recovering from over a year out of football. Other than that side of it, I think everything makes perfect sense, bro. Everything about that makes perfect sense. Bajcetic won't have any language issues. It's a team that will play similar style to what he's good at doing. He almost becomes an instant replacement, so Sociedad don't even need to worry about what they're going to do. Even though they're slightly different, he can still just go and play in the role that Zubimendi did. So Sociedad will probably have less stress about worrying about what they're going to do. Bro, there's loads of reasons why that's a good all-round. And I'm glad that it's on loan.
Bomba!
If it's on loan, then it means that he's going to come back to Liverpool, obviously. So, bro, I'm sick. Do you know the only thing I don't like about that move, Cal? And this is me being spiteful. I think that helps Arsenal get their man, because Sociedad won't mind two players leaving when they've got a good player coming in. But you see, if it was no players going in and only Zubimendi leaving, I've heard that they're very reluctant to lose two of their top dons at the same time. Do you get what I mean? So, like, this helps Arsenal a little bit, to be fair. But yeah,
I don't really care.
Me being petty.
I don't really care about him. I don't care.
No, but that's just me being petty. Because wouldn't it be hilarious if Zubimendi coming to Liverpool, rejecting Arsenal, also meant they couldn't get the man that they want? So, like, they lose out on their target, and they lose out on the target that we get that they wanted. That would have just been funny, innit? But yeah.
Facts. Listen, big up with the Pan Road. So
talk to me. What are you saying, man? It's happening.
Well, I'm gonna say this. This is what I think. This is what I believe. Zubimendi will be a Liverpool player. That's all I'm gonna say. That's just what I think. Liverpool have dug their heels in, to get this deal done. He does not want to leave Spain. However, the project that we have put in place has meant he now reportedly wants to leave. They are trying everything they can to stop him from leaving.
Who, Sociedad?
Contract?
Yeah, bro. They're
I
singing
thought Sociedad were all right with him.
Contract. No, they want to keep him. Here what I'm going to say. They offer him a new contract. Yeah. They're telling him about project for next season, rare to all of that. However, Liverpool have done the groundwork. I don't know what angle they used, but this is the closest any team has got to get to Zubimendi. I believe, and again, I could be wrong. Like, listen, I'm no ITK. I'm just telling you, this is what I think. I genuinely feel like he will be a Liverpool player. I think we will know by the weekend. So by Sunday, if the deal isn't done, I think Liverpool pull out of the deal, from what I've also heard as well. So I think he's got until the weekend to give us an answer. But as things stand right now, as of tonight, Friday evening, I think he will be a Liverpool player. That could all change though, because I could wake up Saturday, I could read some more stuff. Someone might send me something, whatever, and I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna run. But right now, I'm still quietly confident that he's gonna be a Liverpool player. I'm telling you. That's what I think.
Just do me a favor, man. Don't buck up with him on road, please, yeah?
I'm not in Spain, so don't worry. I'm not in
If you
Spain.
see-
I'm not in
If
Spain.
you see him in London, cross the street as well, bro.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll do that. But no, but listen, when I say to you, this deal is like dragging, but I understand it because you got to think of it like this: boyhood, Sociedad fan, come for the. It's like a bit like a Trent situation. He's been with the club since obviously he was little. It's all he knows and what he knows. He's thinking, do I make that jump? However, Liverpool being aggressive and basically making it seem like he's the number one priority to take the club forward has made him think twice. And I think there's a reason why we're hearing reports from Spain saying, they're trying to tell him this and that. It's because they are on the verge of losing Zubimendi. That's what I think. And I could be wrong, like I said, because tomorrow I could read an Ornstein or Joyce say deal off, he decides to stay. But as things stand right now, I'm quite confident that he will be a Liverpool player. That's what I'm saying.
Fair dues.
And I ain't spoken to no journalist either, for those that are asking. I ain't spoken to no journalist. I'm just saying. That's just what I think.
We're gonna have to wait and see, innit? We're gonna have to wait and see. I heard the opposite though. I heard that Sociedad were happy with the deal, and it was the player himself that needed to be fully convinced of leaving Spain. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, sorry, apologies about the weird people. Here's the thing, yeah. He's got his doubts because obviously he's leaving his country, new surroundings. However, the project that's been put in front of him, apparently from his entourage, they're basically saying it's like kind of not now or never, but this is a very big opportunity that you shouldn't really pass up. Whether he decides to take that deal, I hope he does, and it does look like he's leaning towards it. Hence why you've seen all these reports about charm offensive from Sociedad and all these things they're trying to get him to stay. That's because as things stand right now, I think he kind of has sort of said, I'm willing to try England and this is the perfect time for me. You know, I believe his hero, well, I say hero, but he's looked up at obviously Xabi Alonso, former Basque player. You know what I'm saying? Alonso, I don't know whether he's spoken to Alonso. I have no idea, but I'm just saying. Just saying. I think he's giving Liverpool a player. That's all I'm saying.
What are you talking about? The number 6? I was thinking, how can we win 6 trophies?
No, not even.
You know when Cal puts up fingers, you're like, how many trophies? It's always the trophies.
If I could put a percentage on it right now, I would say 70-30 goes Liverpool. As things stand right now, 70-30 goes Liverpool.
I need to see him in the shirt before I get.
No, of course. I'll tell you what should also give us encouragement. As things stand right now, no journalist has said the deal is off. Don't get me wrong, I can say this all now, and 5 minutes later, the deal's off. But I'm just saying, as things stand right now, the deal is on, and Liverpool are walking towards that payment structure because it's a thing of Liverpool are trying to negotiate the fee a bit higher than the clause and see if they can do the payment structure thing, or whether they need to do the release clause in full, kind of similar to SummerSlam. Because there was a similar situation where Liverpool thought the deal couldn't get done. They were trying to reach a deal with Leipzig to try and offer over the release clause in payment structures. Couldn't work. They decided to do the clause. I think Liverpool are trying to do the same thing, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I think they are trying to do. We're going to find out, in my opinion, in the next 24 to 48 hours if I'm right or not. But we'll see.
I'm liking those odds. I just want to address up. So I'm seeing a lot of you speaking on it. Pedro Neto to Chelsea. I never really wanted the guy, so I don't know why you guys keep on asking me about it.
I thought was gonna have a segment on that part.
No, we can have a segment on it, but I mean, he's okay, but I never really wanted him.
The Neto thing is kind of mad. I can't lie. One thing I will say is though, I think they've got him for about £55 million or £50 million now, or 53 or something like that in pound sterling. That's quite a decent outlay, but the problem is has always been for Pedro Neto his injuries, and I think they've taken a gamble. Is that a gamble that we should have taken? Carl, I'll ask you that question.
I never really wanted him, bro. I think he's just a decent footballer, bro, but bad injuries.
Is there not a rule here that we're not noticing, like a pattern that's emerged, that anybody who actually goes to Chelsea not really that good? I mean, it seems to
Or
be
they
the
don't
way.
perform.
I don't remember the last time a player signed for Chelsea and lit it up. So maybe they only sign people that you think are good, but they're not really actually good.
Maybe all this time, bro, I've just been doing it so Chelsea go and get him, bro. Like,
I mean, they probably listen to you. They don't have their own scouts, so
never really, yeah,
but
good player in that. But Liverpool,
we can do the shit. No, we can do the shade thing, but we have got to be real. He's a quality player. The only sticking point has always been the injury problems. If he stays clear of injuries, he'll be one hell of a problem. However, I do agree with what you both said. When players go to Chelsea, they normally have, I don't know what it is, but they don't, other than Palmer, I can't think of another player that's done really, really well. Like,
I hear that.
If I ran
100 meters 3 seconds faster, I'd be the fastest man in the world, man. So you know, it is what it is, man.
I know this one hurts, and I hate the deflection. I hear it. I can hear it in your voice. I hear you.
Yeah.
But it's one of the things. You just gotta be okay with it. There's nothing that we can do. We've got Chelsea now, innit?
Shall I just tell you something? I'm gonna read out a list of players for you. Yeah, I'm just gonna just hear me out on this. One sec.
Man said 2 clenched fists, you know. Pause.
So far, Wes Foderingham, Guida Rodriguez, Luis Guillem, Nicholas Füllkrug, Somerville, Kilman, looks like Todibo, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka going to West Ham, yeah?
Yeah, why are you deflecting about West Ham? We're talking about Chelsea.
You're not seeing
hold on. Read off that list again. That was a long list.
Yeah. Lean in, Drift. Lean in, bro.
Yeah, read that list again.
I don't understand why we're talking about West Ham.
No, you're going to see it, man. Foderingham, Guido Rodriguez, Luis Guillem, Nicholas Füllkrug, Somerville, Max Kilman, Todibo been agreed apparently, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming soon to West Ham.
Right.
That means West Ham have got a few players they need to get rid of then.
Hey, Drifty! Who they gonna sell, bro?
That means they might be willing to cash in on some of their big assets.
You man, I've got a shoot. I'm gonna try jump back on it in about 15. Yeah. Give me 15. I'll try and jump back in. Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Big up, Matt. What did I say to you a couple days ago, Drift? Zubi, Bastoni, and Kudus.
What did I say to you, guys?
Bastoni and Kudus. They gotta raise money from somewhere.
And you want to know?
On a death row contract. Paqueta's got gambling issues, doing a Drake out here. Kudus is loved by Liverpool. And guess who Kudus loves? The guy we just got, Johnny Heitinga. Oh my goodness, it's starting to align, Drew. It's
is that a true thing? Yeah.
What, Heitinga? Ain't you seen the talk?
No, I haven't heard
Heitinga,
that.
bro.
Oh no, I didn't even know that. I had no idea.
You gotta keep up, brother.
So what, you think that could be influenced straight away anyway?
Hey. I'm just saying what I think might happen.
Hold on. So, all right, let me feed this this madness.
Who do West Ham want as well? Don't West Ham want a cut? Don't they want Endo as well?
They want 2 of our players,
Oh, what?
but they can't have one of them. He's happy at Liverpool, and everyone
No, I'm
can
just
do
saying,
wrong
I'm
with that
just
one.
saying.
All right, so maybe, bro, maybe this makes sense why Liverpool are trying to do the whole don't pay the release clause, pay it in installments, because we've got the money for the release clause. But if we do that, that just makes it a little bit more difficult to start doing other deals, right? Whereas if we do the paying it off thing, we can go and get 1, 2 other players, and it will be very simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So maybe it would make more sense to pay like 65 for Zubi and pay in installments and pay 51, but you got to give them all the money. Because if you give them 15 mil now, you got some change to go West Ham and be like, look, here's Endo. You see that brother over there? Yeah, him there. Yeah. That one there. I'm not even going to say his name because everyone's going to get upset. Just that brother there. Yeah. See him there? Yeah. We'll take him. Here's a little money to help you out with your problems, yeah? Because you spent bare money. Possibly, bro.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Remember when Spurs bought all them players to sell Bell?
I mean, they sold Bale first, but yeah, I know what you mean.
No, they didn't.
No, they did, bro. They sold him first.
No, they didn't, Drift.
Bro, I remember that summer. They went on a mad spending spree after Bale left.
How much you want to put on it?
2 bottles of apple juice.
Make it free.
Nah, 2's enough.
No, I want the third one.
Bro, I don't look like a maniac buying 3 bottles of apple juice.
Bell was sold on the last day.
All right. Technicalities. We knew he was going and everything was sorted. It weren't like it was like a rumor or like we knew he was going Real Madrid. He was sold.
Rose Harvest, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna fact check that, but
I want the 2-liter box as well, bro.
Negotiations don't happen afterwards, bro. That's 2 1 liters, big man.
I tried the thing.
Yeah, you tried the thing, bro. For them kind of moves there, I should buy you the baby ones you get for packed lunch, bro. The Growers Harvest do them little ones.
Yeah, they do them, yeah.
I'll get them for little. I'll buy them for the boys, and then because you love them, that can be the deal.
They ain't getting those, bro. Don't drink those.
You're gonna drink the boys' drink, bro.
Yes, if it's apple, yeah, I will, bro.
Bad man. Bad man.
There's apple juice in the house, then I'll drink it. Pay the bills there, bro. Like part of collateral, bro.
People are telling me I should buy you Cloudy and take liberty.
Yeah. Our friendship will be done, bro. Our friendship will be done. Man. But no, yeah, I'll be honest. I know we're fans of Kudus as a club. I know Michael Edwards is definitely a fan. I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham are stocking up, knowing that this is potentially the reason why.
Are we being ignorant to the fact that they could be stocking up because they're ambitious?
That could absolutely be a possibility. But I have a feeling.
And what if it's not Kudos? What if it is because of the Paqueta stuff?
I can't see it.
What? So you think that their best asset is the one they're definitely going to be like, yeah, let's let him go?
Yeah, because Paqueta is a walking issue potentially because no one knows his situation.
No, that's why I'm saying. Do you think that might be why they're stocking up? Because they know deep down they're going to have to lose him, and they're like trying to make sure that they're ready for when that happens, kind of thing.
No, I don't think so.
Because let's be honest, Kudos and Paqueta are their best players. Like they're definitely their 2 best players.
I think you got to put Bowen in that. So,
but Bowen is a bad man, but like I don't think he's as talented as the other 2. Obviously, his effectiveness
maybe not as talented, but in terms of him as a player and what he's done for West Ham, I think he's in their top 3.
Oh, he's above them. He's above them for what he's done for the club. He's definitely above them. But I'm just talking like talent-wise, in terms of like overall quality, he's not on their level. I think he is. They are better players than him personally. But
I don't know. I think that's unfair still.
they ain't got to worry about Bowen leaving because Bowen is the one that won't leave. So
fair, dude. Question for you and for everyone in the chat. Let's say the unthinkable happens and Zubi decides to stay at Real Sociedad. Who is the alternative, in your opinion? Or who would you like the alternative to be?
to Zubi, did you say?
Yeah.
Again, I'm still gonna stick with Sholton, because he's the one I really, really like. But I don't know where we go if we do miss out on him. I don't know, bro. Because the thing is, there can be players you want, but you know, players a club will never really probably consider or whatever. And I got a feeling Sholton's somebody that they've not even really considered. So there's no point me getting my hopes up that that's a possibility. But Edison maybe, because there has been links in the past. Maybe it would be Edison.
Shall I be honest with you? If we didn't sign full centre mid, let's say for example we didn't get Gravenberch last season and we're selling Endo this season, and we needed 2 centre midfielders, I think it would be Edison and someone else. But because we have so many box-to-box midfielders, I don't think we will go in for Edison. But Edison is good.
I hear
Very
that.
good.
He's the only one that we've been kind of like linked with legitimately. I think a lot of the other ones are more just speculation and fans wanting those players more so than it being real.
Here's a thing though, Drift. We weren't even linked with Zubimendi before the other day. So do we even know who we're linked with?
No, that's true. I mean about the names that's been floating around. You know, like out of all the names that's been floating around, I think Edison's the only one where there's ever been any real, like Liverpool have actually scouted him and are actually interested. But you're right. I think the way we move is very unpredictable, and it's one of the things I guess we like about the club. But yeah, you're right. I mean, let's be honest, Zubimendi coming out of nowhere pretty much does cement any of the people who said, you know what Liverpool are like, we're just going to go for someone we haven't even been linked with yet. Because you know, a lot of the times when we're having our conversations about some of the players we've been loosely linked with, like some of the people in the community, and you know, we've always agreed with them. It's true. It probably is going to be somebody totally left, and Zubimendi technically is totally left because he wasn't anybody that was on the radar for real. So this probably is the out of their like, oh shit, kind of thing. I think the thing that worries me though, Cal, is that especially knowing how Edwards is, so I'm not sure what influence he will have over Hughes when it comes to this stuff, but we never really go for our second choice. We normally just go first choice or leave it. I think Simicast is one of the only ones that jumps off the page to me where like we was just totally cool going with our second choice. I'm not sure if you can remember because your memory's better than mine, but I don't really remember too many times where there's been first choice, second choice, we missed the first choice, and then we just happily go with second choice.
Jota. Werner and Jota.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I don't even know if I would say Jota was second choice. I think it was just all in on Werner. He rejected us, and then we just came up with a new plan. Like, I'm not sure if Jota was actually on the list while we was going for Werner. Obviously, no one will ever know, but like, I don't know. Maybe that was just a total out of the blue one. I don't know, but
here's the thing, though. Drew. How many times have, like, so for me, it's a case of Alisson was the first choice. We got him. Virgil was the first choice, and we knew we were going to get him. The club knew they were going to get him. Jota wasn't first choice. Werner was, but when Werner went Chelsea, they moved very quickly and they got Jota in. I think it's a case of if Edwards knows he can get the first choice, but he has to wait for the first choice, he'll do that. If the first choice doesn't happen at all, then I think he always has a backup. Whether it happens or not, I think he has a backup. A lot of people seem to think it's Varela due to playing style, etc. I think they have a backup, and I think they know they would have to move very quickly if that were the case. In terms of Salah being second, Salah was second choice behind Brandt for Klopp, not for Edwards was the one who persuaded Klopp to go for Salah instead of Brandt.
Yeah. Because remember, Liverpool have been chasing Salah for a while.
Yeah.
We nearly signed him 2 or 3 summers before that, remember?
Yeah. Very true. We're supposed to speak about a few other deals that seem to be going through and have gone through. Solanke to Spurs, which has a windfall for us because it means we get I think around 12 mil, if I'm not mistaken.
20% sell on we've got, and that's a big sell on still.
Yeah. So if he goes for 75, 10% would be 7.5. So my maths would work out at 20% is 15.
I've heard it's 61 he's going for.
Oh, is it 61?
Yeah, 61.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, but that's still an outlay of like what? What would that be? Like 11 mil or something like 12 mil, something like that.
I mean, not bad.
Yeah. Money's money, bro.
What do you think about that signing for Spurs, though,
well.
in terms of the player and everything? What do you make of that?
I think Solanke is a good forward. I think 61 million pound is more. The market is very scarce at the moment. It's very difficult to find a striker at the moment. There's very few of them, and I think Tottenham, respectfully, because I don't mean this to come across disrespectfully, but Tottenham know they're in a place, I reckon, where they can't compete with the top teams for a forward. So they've got to go and get maybe the notch down, and that's what Solanke is. I don't think you'd ever have a Barcelona, a Real Madrid, or a Man United one in Solanke, but I definitely think you'd have maybe like a Newcastle, a Bayer Leverkusen, like maybe an Inter Milan, maybe those like teams would look at Solanke. So Tottenham putting themselves in that bracket is pretty realistic, and I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well. You have to scoff at the price a bit these days because of the market, and like I said, everything's a bit skewed. But it'll probably still always get them 15 to 20 goals a season, I reckon, which is probably what they want, right?
I actually think it's a very good signing for Spurs. I think people downplay Solanke because he used to play for us and he didn't have a good spell at Liverpool. I think Solanke's got all the tools to be a very good striker. I think he's already a good striker. I think he's got the tools to be a very good striker, especially for Spurs. Spurs can create quite a lot, and he's got all the tools, in my opinion, especially with Son there, Kulusevski, Maddison. I think Solanke could do really well for Spurs.
I guess the only thing about Solanke that would be a little bit of a worry if you was a fan paying 60 million for him would be he's got to this stage of his career without really having an outstanding season. So you hope it's not a fluke and you hope it is the trajectory.
I think last season was kind of an outstanding season.
No, he was very in and out of the team last season, Kai. He didn't establish himself properly. Maybe like the last few weeks of the season, but
for Bournemouth, Solanke.
Yeah. When you say last season, you mean the season that literally just finished or the one before that?
No, the season that just finished.
Oh, sorry. When you said last season, I thought you meant the one before that.
No, the season
that just finished. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. That's the only season he's had where you could say he's possibly reaching the potential people thought he had. And at 27, it's a little bit worrying if he's only had one season at 27 to think that. So I'm saying I hope for Tottenham's sake that it's not that outlier season and it is a reflection.
At Bournemouth, bro. Remember, Bournemouth don't create a bag of chances.
You'll be surprised, they play good football at Bournemouth,
Yeah, but they don't create a bag of chances, though. Not like
I would just be worried. I would just be slightly worried about a player who's played for, after we just cussed them, Chelsea and Liverpool, and hasn't really been able to impress, and is then taken until 27 to look good. That's the only thing I'd be slightly worried about. I would be hoping it wasn't the only season, and then now we've got him, and he's back at a bigger club again. He's just one of those guys who can do well at the small club but can't do well at the big club. That's the only thing I'd be worried about if I was a Tottenham fan. But I think he'll do well there. I do think he'll do well.
You want to speak about Neto? I didn't really have much to say on it, but I know you said you want to speak on that Chelsea boy. But what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, yeah, I just think he's making a career move that's wrong. But who can who am I to begrudge someone of what will probably be 250 a week, knowing Chelsea and the way they throw wages around? And with all due respect to Wolves, he's too good to be at Wolves, even injury prone. I'm surprised he stayed at Wolves as long as he has. I think if he didn't get that injury, he would have left Wolves about 4 years ago. So yeah, it's one of those ones where you just left scratching your head a little bit as why he's picked Chelsea. But then again, maybe it's because Chelsea are the only ones willing to take the risk. Because 51 million for a player who might not play could end up biting you in the arse. So, but look, if it was Liverpool and we were getting him, I said to you earlier, I'll say on camera what I said off camera. I'll be over the moon initially at the thought of the player. Then I would get all the anxiety of how often are we ever going to actually see this guy play? And it would become a little bit of Thiago 2.0, where like you've got this super talented player, but you barely ever see him. And I wouldn't want to go through that frustration again. I think it would be a bit much.
So it's
But I
the
mean,
penalty's on 120k a week.
okay, so they've got him for a good fee. You know what Chelsea are like though? They throw out wages. That's why like just trolling them on the 250. You wouldn't be surprised if they would have give him that. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. If it was Liverpool, I'd be very skeptical about how often we're going to see him. But talent-wise, I think he's one of the most talented young players in the world. So if he can get over the injuries, but that's a massive if at the moment, isn't it? Massive if. I don't know if he was there the other day, bro, when I read out the appearances and the amount of minutes he's played in the last 3 or 4 years. And it was woeful, bro. Like, I don't think he's played more than 1,500 minutes in 4 years.
Yeah. Obviously I've said my shameless bit. Everyone knows I'm a massive fan of Neto. Brilliant player. Given Salah's age and how much I believe we need someone to take the load off Salah at this stage of his career, I think it'd have been too risky to go in for Neto. If Salah was 26, 27, and we went for an injury-prone Neto, I could live with it because you're thinking, all right, Salah's still got plenty of years ahead of him, and Salah's played a lot of football since he's been at Liverpool. He needs someone to legitimately be able to come in and just take some of the pressure off him to an extent and give him some time to rest when he needs to. Hence why I think it would have been a major, major risk for us to get Neto. In terms of talent, etc., I don't know if there's a more talented left-footed right winger that we can go and get. And I haven't put Kudos in that. I genuinely believe as a winger, as a footballer overall, I think Kudos is better. But as a winger, an out-and-out winger, I think Neto is a better winger than Kudos. But overall,
I disagree. I disagree with that, bro. I think if you take away the injuries, I think Neto's a better player.
That's what I just said. I was a better player.
Yeah, I think he's a better player.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Do you remember before the injury Neto? He was a different source, you know.
No, I hear. I just don't think he's a better player than Kudos. I think he's a better winger.
No, that's fine. I think he is. I think he's better without the injuries.
But look, it's either going to go one of two ways for Chelsea, but they are quite stocked in that position. So we'll see.
He went to the Euros, didn't get injured, thankfully. He's come back. He's been doing pre-season. He's not got injured. Maybe he is getting over it. Maybe he is. He's only 23, 24, so it's not like he ain't got time. But yeah. I'm surprised Chelsea are taking the risk. A club like Chelsea right now shouldn't be taking any risks because they are right on the cusp of it going totally wrong. So I'm really shocked that they're willing to take the risk. But maybe they know something we don't. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know, I've just seen this comment. Big up yourself, Gene. Just to say I took the liberty and nominated Team Kop-Ish for Football Creator Awards. Appreciate that, Gene. Appreciate it.
Big up, man.
Big up yourself, Gene.
I didn't realize that was coming round again.
Yeah, me neither. Big up, man. Appreciate that. I don't know how. I mean, if you're Neto, I mean, is he going to get a lot of game time?
at Chelsea.
Yeah, if isn't Palmer their right wing, or is Palmer
How
gonna
about
play the
yeah?
10?
So let's just try and figure this out quickly, bro. Make sense to me.
We'll be here
They've
all
got
night, Drift. It depends on you, bro.
they've got Madueke, they've got Mudryk, they've got
Palmer.
Sterling, they've got Palmer, and now they've brought Neto. And
This
technically,
suggests that Palmer must be playing in the 10. He's got to be playing in the
technically, Jackson and Nkunku can play wide. So you've got 5 actual wingers and then 2
They just
more.
signed another striker as well now. That one from, was it Atletico or somewhere?
Oh, I don't know. Have they?
Yeah, they signed another striker.
I
And
know
they're
they
trying
were
to get
looking at Osimhen.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of players. That's a lot of players. Like, so straight out the back, does that mean they're gonna let Sterling or Madueke go? Does that mean they're gonna let Mudryk go? I don't like. I'm a bit confused what their plan is, bro.
Technically, he's probably better than all the other.
Who Neto? You there, Cal? Oh, I think we've lost Cal. People, am I still here? Yeah, is it Cal we've lost or is it me? Let me know, people. Is it me or is it Cal? Ah, okay, it is Cal. All right, one second. All right, people. Let me get through a couple of these supers because Cal should be back any second. So I don't want to keep going on about the subject till he comes back. Oh, actually, I'll save that one for when Cal comes back. big up, Brace says for the drift. Shout out to all the Flask games. Do you want to know what's crazy? Yeah, I've had this in the cupboard for years and never ever used it. And I just remember like seeing my granddad use one when I was like young, and I've had it in there for years. And just earlier on today, I was in the cupboard, I saw it, and I thought, let me just clean this and use it. Easy peasy. I don't know if I'd ever take it on roll though. That's a bit peak still. You know, the man who just roll with it in their pocket. That's a bit mad still. But big up yourself though, bro. I will fill up that flask on your behalf. Man like Danny, oh no, that's another one for Cal. Quite a few for Cal actually. I'm gonna have to wait for Cal to come back. Big up Les. He's saying the Zubi saga just needs to end. He's getting tired. I feel your frustration, bro. I think it's probably the anxiety about whether it gets done that's probably bothering you more than anything. But I get it, bro. I get it. We just want to know if he's coming to Liverpool so we can get either excited or we can move on. Do you know what I mean? The red guy, big up yourself, bro. Says big up, guys. Back for the new season. Also, since the Fekir and Caicedo failed deals, I don't get excited for transfers until they 100% happen. I agree with you, bro. I want to see him in the shirt. I want to, like we can't even get excited about things like I want to see him in the shirt. When you think about the fact that we saw Fekir in the shirt when the footage got leaked of the whole situation with he did the interview and everything. So yeah, I agree with you, bro. I only get super, super happy once I know for a fact that the players come, look, whatever it may be, like you see him in the shirt or whatever it is. So yeah, I'm gonna stay a little apprehensive on that one. There's a couple for you, Cal. I didn't want to do them until you came back because they're specifically for you. Neto's gone, but obviously we're just discussing that you're not really.
My first choice for this summer was Elise, to be honest, and then I wanted Kudus. Another person I did really like the look of was Mateus Sula, but he seems like he's on to Roma now as well.
So the jinx continues.
Wow.
No, that was uncalled for.
Yeah, just
yeah, that was uncalled for. It's Friday. My bad. Danny says, Cal's right. 6 trophies for this season, and then the Community Shield and the Super Cup next season. All the belts. Look at
technically 7 because we've got to play the World Club Championship as well.
Look at you started, Cal. Big up Soren, who says, big up gents, I can't lie, I'm getting a little deja vu feeling from last year. It's getting late in the window, and if we miss out on this deal. Also, it takes away our focus from other important business we need to do. For some reason, I'm not even bullshitting you lot. I got deja vu reading out Soren saying he's getting deja vu. That freaked me out for a second. I think that's what threw me off when I was reading that. I was like, hold on, I remember reading this before. How? That's mad. But we'll skip past that. Like, deja vu isn't a really weird phenomenon. But big up yourself, Soren. And Dims, big up, says, the question is, will Cal's curse be lifted this weekend?
This whole narrative that I'm cursing the football club has got to stop.
That's funny. Do you know what? Now the people feel bad for you, bro. The people, like, they're saying it like Cal never gets what he wants. The people feel bad for you, bro.
I know, but every day, there's got to be one day where things change, you know? There's got to be one day where things are just like, it aligns.
I was going to say something shady about a team there, but it's unnecessary.
No, go on, man. We're here now. It's Friday, as you said.
So repeat your sentence, and then I'll just say it.
Surely one day something's got to change.
Spurs, bro.
Oh.
That man there's got Ray J One Wish playing on repeat, fam.
Wow. Okay, so you double down. Cool.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Look at Alex George saying, big up, Drew. That is a joke.
I'm just being honest. Like, they must feel like that every year. They must be like, surely this year. Never, bro. Not even a Carabao.
I'll be honest. Now they got Solanke. I actually think they're dark horse for a Carabao and top 4 this season now.
With Solanke, top 4 is a definite possibility. 100%. 100%.
I really do think it is. Another rumor that's been flying about is by the way, it looks like Wan-Bissaka is going to be joining West Ham very soon.
How do you feel about that? Because you rate Wan-Bissaka.
If we were still doing Klopp ball, then I'd want Wan-Bissaka, not under Slot. Wan-Bissaka playing out from the back is horrific.
Oh, yeah.
It's horrific. He's not... I think when he's on the ball, driving forward, he's decent. But playing his way out of situations is, man. But if we were playing if we were playing Klopp ball, then I'd have been all right with it.
What's decent?
Just decent, man.
I reckon Robbie's better on the ball than him, you know.
Robbie's actually pretty decent at dribbling.
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. But Wan-Bissaka's a professional footballer, bro. He shouldn't be getting outdone by a 5-year-old.
No, that's harsh, man. Robbie's 3, bro.
This is what... Oh, sorry. I meant Stevie, sorry.
That's what I was like. That's extremely harsh.
No, I meant Stevie. What was I going to say? Yeah. So I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Have you also heard who might be going back to Palace as well?
Yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it?
Wilf.
Do you think he's homesick?
I think a bigger club should have come in. A bigger English club should have come in for Wilf last summer.
Did he win the league?
With Galatasaray, I'm not too sure. Also, Mazraoui going to Man United. How do you feel about that?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I think any player picking Man United right now is a player that's probably not as good as we think they are.
I rate Mazraoui, you know.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. I just think, why are you picking Man United? There's got to be a reason why you're picking Man United. Because with all due respect, outside of money, There is nothing attractive about that project. There isn't. I don't care if they've got Ineos and all that stuff. There's nothing attractive about that project unless you're getting paid. So good luck to him, innit? It's like these players haven't been watching United for the last few years and seen what graveyard their career becomes. So good luck to him, bro. Good luck to him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I rate Mazraoui. I'd have definitely had him at Liverpool. But I also hear what you're saying as well. Have got a new project in place though, and new structure. Had a scouting players, etc.
Yeah.
I think it's a good signing.
Bruv,
Tana says,
you can put wallpaper over the mold and put new carpet down, but the floorboards have still got termites in it, bro.
The Tana says, big up, guys. Not gonna lie, on a few LFC channels, only one not getting gassed premature about Zubi's drift. He's always been the one with both feet on the ground. And there's bum on the ground. Brother, perk up, man. Zubi soon come, bro.
Big up at Tanis. Big up.
Out here deep squatting, bro. Nah, man. I want to, if you try and celebrate.
Pause, to be honest. That's a big pause.
If you try and celebrate as hard as I'm going to celebrate when we sign Zubi, bro, I'm going to have to pull you aside and chat to you, bro.
No, my excitement might surpass yours because I've got more skepticism around it.
Bro, this will be a curse that's broken, bro. You can't pass, man.
No, to be fair, your curse got broken last year because we got Soboslai. And that was a player you really wanted. So technically the curse did get broken, bro.
Yes, but the curse got reactivated with Caicedo, didn't it?
Nah, I wouldn't blame you for that. No, because I was the one who wanted Caicedo. As excited as you was, it was me that wanted Caicedo.
You remember, bro, driving back from when we were filming Matisse and Lewis, bro.
Yeah.
And then you saw me at 2 a.m, bro. Like the curse was reactivated. Remember, it's not just about players I want; it's players that I don't want to go to rival clubs as well. That's happening.
Yeah, dudes.
But we're here now. Drift, are you a little concerned that we're putting all of our eggs in one basket regarding Zubi? And as Soren said, that we may not potentially be able to fix up other areas that we need to as well.
You lot are going to get mad at me for this. As much as there are areas in the team that we could definitely improve upon because we don't have a perfect team, and there ideally are positions in the squad that we would like to strengthen, I'll be honest with you. The DM spot is the only one where I see an actual weakness. The rest of the positions, I think, is personal preference or smart planning more so than a necessity. So I'll be honest with you. If we only get Zubimendi, I'll be disappointed because I want my team to do more ambitious stuff. But we have a squad that can still go and win the big trophies, even if it's only Zubimendi. Let's not sleep on the fact that we do have a good squad. We do. I'm sorry. We do have a good squad. We can go pound for pound, player for player right now. Both players we have in whichever position you want to pick, left back, right back, whatever it is. And I still think we've got very good quality in those roles. So yes, it would be lovely to get more, but let's not get too angry and forget what we do still currently have at the team already. That's just my opinion.
I do disagree, Drift. I do think we need a left centre back / left back and a right winger. I think we really do.
Need or want though, because we have 4 centre backs.
We need one.
But we've got 4 centre backs.
Yeah, but we still need one.
But do you really need one if you've got 4 already?
Yeah, we do, Drew.
It's more of a want than a need.
It's not. It's a need, bro. Especially if we want to go and win the big trophies, it's a need.
All right. So would that be based on the fact that you're worried about injuries, or you don't think the quality is good enough?
Both. It's both.
I've got to totally disagree on the quality. I think the quality is more than good enough. Injuries, maybe I'll give you.
Robbo and Simicast at left back, you're fully comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Can we improve? Yes. Are they good enough though? Yes.
To win the league or Champions League, I don't think they are.
Yes, I do. I think they
don't.
I think you just increase your chances by getting a better player, but I do think they're good enough.
I don't. Not anymore.
No, that's fine. But I think they're good enough. I think Robbo was backup, Simi is the starting lineup left back would actually work.
Say that again, sir.
Robbo was the cover as the backup and Tsimikas as the first team left back. I think works under Slot. I think Tsimikas has played well. And I think Tsimikas is a very good player that people forget is a good player because he's had such an up and down Liverpool career. He's a very good player.
No, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but in terms of if we want to win the big trophies, I don't think they're enough.
No, that's fine. And again,
Left
remember, this
centre-back.
is just my opinion.
And left centre back, if Virgil gets injured or falls out of form, I don't really trust any of our centre backs at left centre back.
I do.
I don't.
And obviously, they're not going to be as good as Van Dijk. That's obvious. But I think we've got centre backs that could fill in if needed.
Konate left centre back does not look it at all.
No.
It's
It's not him. It's Kwanzaa that I think would play really well as left centre back.
I think Kwanzaa looks a lot more comfortable right centre back.
Well, plus, you never know. Maybe.
And right wing, we saw what happened last season when Salah's form dropped off. Goals dried up. Goals dried up.
Of course. But predicated on the fact that he is there, that's why I don't think that is as important as the DM. And again, I would love to get a forward that can play there. But I'm just saying, if you go through the squad and you look at people who could play there, like Elliot, Soboslai, the young boys like Gordon, like there are some players still in the team that I'm saying, if he was missing for a couple of weeks, that I think you could use to cover. Would it be at the same level? No. But I'm just basing this off of the conversation we're having. How would you feel if Zubimendi's the only one? And I'm saying I would still be relieved that we've fixed the one position in the squad that everybody has kind of glaringly said, that's where we really can improve. Because again, what you're forgetting, bro, is what I'm basing mine off of is the starting lineup. So I understand what you're talking about with the squad, because obviously you want a squad that's capable of winning everything based on the quality. But I'm thinking first 11, Endo is the only one that could have been upgraded on. Really, that's like, it stands off the page of like, go and upgrade on that. Obviously, we can have the arguments about whether people think Gakpo or Diaz is good enough. But I don't think anybody would question that. Outside of Zubimendi, the midfielders got very good. The first team defense is good. And then the fourth, if you got Jota up front, you got Salah right wing, and you got Gakpo or Diaz, whichever one you prefer left. I still think that's a good front three. So I'm just basing it off of that.
Can I ask a question? If we only sign Zubimendi, where do you think we'd finish in the league as of right now?
If Zubimendi's the only player that we sign, I reckon we'll finish second or we'll win it.
Based on, because Arsenal have strengthened as well, and City is City.
Currently, I'm not sure if Arsenal are strengthened enough to make them better.
Arsenal finished above us last season, quite comfortably as well.
I don't know if I'll say comfortably, as in, I just think the emotion of the Klopp thing just got a bit much for us.
Well, in the last two seasons, they finished above us comfortably, Drift. They have.
No, they finished above us comfortably the season before. Yeah, I agree with that. But they only finished 6 points ahead of us, I think it was. I wouldn't call that comfortable.
I think it was about 7 or 8, actually.
No, I don't think it was that many. What we got 82, they got 89. 7 points. No, 6. That's 6, isn't it? Hold on.
No, 7. If they got 89, we got 80. Yeah, 7 points.
And remember, I'm remembering the season as well. So I'm not just looking at the points. I'm remembering it was only just our weird fall off at the end when, you know, we were right there the whole time. So I don't think Arsenal are better than us squad wise, personally. So yeah,
I'll be honest, 7's pretty comfortable. If you finish 7 points ahead of anything or anyone, that's pretty comfortable.
Not when it was only because of the last 3 or 4 games. Because I just see that we just fell off right at the end. I don't think it was a thing where it was because they were 7 points better than us overall. I just think it was because we just had whatever madness we had at the end. And I mean, if people disagree, that's fine. I don't think Arsenal's got a better squad than us, personally. Are they?
It's one
Are they
thing
better
about having a better squad. They're further along in their development and they have strengthened their team. You can arguably say they've strengthened their first 11.
Have they strengthened in a way that makes them a step better than they were, though? I'm not sure.
Well, potentially, yeah, because
I don't think
with Timber coming back as well, and
Yeah,
if
but
they get Marino over the line as well, that's another player.
I personally don't think Marino's a game changer. So even though I think he's a good player, I don't think he's a game changer.
He's for what they need, he is.
Maybe, and we'll have to see. But I personally don't think he's a game changer. I just think he's good. Calafiori, I think he is good as well. But again, I'm not sure how much more he can make their defense better when their defense was good anyway. And then they haven't, up until this point, they haven't got any more forwards, which I personally believe is because they can't just write off that £65 million outlay on Havertz. So because he didn't fix the midfield problem, they've now got to kind of settle with him fixing the forward problem, because Arsenal don't have the type of money where they can just bench a £65 million player, in my opinion. So I think they will go with Havertz.
He covers striker or 10 or 8 at a push, innit? For them, again, everyone knows I don't really rate Havertz like that, but he did start to win the fans over and started to score some big goals in games and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but if you really go through the season, I think it's just Arsenal fans getting a bit like...
Yeah, he had a very average season. He just peaked at the end.
I think they were kind of like doing the whole kind of clutching at positivity thing. Like, I still think he had an average season, even though he had a couple big moments in the season. Like, Havertz will never scare me, put it like that. And if Arsenal continue to have him as their number 9, more fool them, because I'm not going to get carried away with a couple of winning goals here or there. Like, I don't think Havertz is that guy.
He got 13 and 7 in the Premier League.
Yeah, but I don't think he was that good. I really don't. I mean, if people want to disagree, that's fine. I don't think Havertz is that guy. I think you'll get moments from Havertz, and that's it. Like, he'll never be that great player for a whole season. But we'll see, innit? We'll see. Maybe he might change. So yeah, I don't at this current time. I know people think that Arsenal are more quick to win the league than Liverpool are. But I think that's probably just downplaying Slot and maybe anticipating Slot will probably need time. But I don't think the quality of their squad is better than ours. I just don't. So Liverpool and Arsenal, I think, might have very similar type seasons. If we finish 3rd, then cool. I don't think we'll finish anywhere below 3rd.
But that's the thing, though, just I don't want to finish 3rd. I want to finish 1st.
No, I know. Remember, I want Liverpool to buy more players.
I'm not saying you, but
just Zubimendi and that's it. What would we do?
But this is why I disagree, though, because I think if we only buy Zubimendi, I don't see us finishing higher than 3rd still.
So you still don't think we'll finish above Arsenal?
Not above Arsenal City, not with just Zubimendi, in my opinion.
No, that's fine. That's fair. I mean, here and again, maybe this is more wishful thinking as a rival more so than it is facts, but it can't continue to just be so great for Arsenal. They're gonna have a dip at some point. This might be the season, and that dip could cause them being in a title race. Do you get what I mean? Like how much can they continue to just keep having these great seasons? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Even Liverpool didn't have 3 great seasons in a row under Klopp. So I think it's a little naive to have a manager that's not capable of getting over the line and just assuming straight away they're just going to be title favourites again or win the league. Yeah, based on the past, you would think that seems to be the case, but you never know. You just never know. Like, so far...
I want to be clear. I don't think Arsenal are miles ahead of us. I don't think Arsenal are miles ahead of us. They're not miles ahead of us. I just think they are currently ahead of us, given that they finished above us in the last 2 seasons. They've added to their first 11. already. They're looking to add another player to their first 11, which is already very strong. I don't think what I'm saying here is kind of glazing Arsenal. I think if you're using logic and common sense, if a team finishes above another team and they've already strengthened their starting 11, then the chance of the other team catching them or surpassing them is logically less than the one that has already.
What are there people that are saying they think that you're overgassing Arsenal? You mean?
No, I think I just want people to understand. I don't think Arsenal are miles ahead of us. I think if Arsenal are an 8.5, I think we're an 8. But if they go and add 2 players to their starting 11, that for me brings them up to a 9. While if we buy Zubimendi, that brings us to an 8.5. So we're still sort of behind them, in my opinion.
No, that's fine. Again, remember, that's all this is. This is just opinions, you know what I mean? So that's completely fine. If Arsenal finish above Liverpool, I wouldn't be shocked in any way. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not. What you're saying is perfectly understandable. I just personally think that Arsenal don't have a better first 11 than us, and I even think it's arguable they don't have a better squad than us. I just think, as you said, they're further along in what their so-called plan is. So if they finish above us, I won't be surprised. But if we finished above them, I also wouldn't be surprised because I think we're good enough to finish above them. So we just have to see how the season starts to unfold, isn't it?
Also, I've only predicted Arsenal to win the league once from the beginning of the season. Once.
That was last season.
That was last season when a lot of people agreed with me as well.
I mean, it must be difficult to be an Arsenal player right now as well when you can't even have dinner without getting stuffed teeth out of your pocket. So
he is such. By the way, he's such a loser, isn't it,
bro? I was laughing with my friends about this. About you lot might love it because he's your manager and like there's a blindness to it because he's your manager. If I'm being honest with you, he's a prick.
He's a loser.
He's a prick. Like, what is this shit? Man hired professional pickpocketers, so his players always have to be on the swivel and be alert for their stuff getting stolen. What is it, bro? He thinks he's some mastermind.
You know how stupid that is, by the way.
Bro, he thinks he's some mastermind. He's a douchebag, man.
Yeah, he's a
weirdo.
Loser, bro.
Oh, bro, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Molly, bro.
He thinks he's revolutionizing the game or some shit. Like, bro, you're doing too much. You're trying too hard, bro. Doing too much. Like, I'm sorry, that's got to be the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Here's the thing. If you're out and about as an Arsenal player now, and then someone actually teaches your stuff, are you going to actually react? Or are you going to think, oh, you're Mikel's guy. Can you give my stuff back? And then what? Someone's putting a gun in your face and then you realize it's real. Like, what are we doing there, man?
It's mad, bro. Like I said, I
couldn't have done that with man like Kolasinac still.
He's been getting away with a lot of weird stuff, Arteta. He has. From trips to Dubai to playing Anfield music in training to hiring man to pickpocket the play. There's a lot of like, he thinks he's like a genius or something. I just find it straight.
That to me suggests his players are soft. So I guarantee you, if someone pickpocketed Konate, bro, they're ending up on the news. I guarantee it.
But apparently he wants them to always be on their toes. Are you trying to give these men heart attacks or something? Like, there's always being on your toes, and then there's like, I don't get it. Like I said, bro, he wants to be seen as like this genius who like changed the game or some shit like that, and it's like flipping out, bro. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Shout out to Makama. Have you hired a dog?
Oh yeah, they got a pet dog and called it Win.
Wally, bruv.
And called it Win, Cal. He's been getting away with a lot of weird stuff. I'm sorry. Any other manager wouldn't have got away with this. I can't believe Arteta actually is getting away with it because it's a lot of weird stuff. And you want to know what, bruv? If he was winning, you'd buy him. But he's not winning. So what is all this crap?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's cringe as fuck, for real. That's the perfect way to put things. It's cringe. Really fuck. But really leave them to it, man.
For real. It's how these supers.
Oh no, it's sure. And if that's true, are there Arsenal fans saying they're gonna do the Invincible again? Oh god.
Oh boy.
They never learn.
Ain't no one doing the Invincibles for a while. Premier League's too competitive now. Skip to my Lou says all they need is De Jong, and he brought Ajax back. Yeah, it seems like Ten Hag is trying to get the band back together.
Do you find that weak, or do you think it's sensible?
Very weak. Very weak.
To only ever go and buy players that you've managed in the past.
Very weak, yeah. Extremely weak.
I think it shows that you don't have what it takes to be a top manager, because you're it's almost like you're scared to have the risk of somebody who you've never had before, so to speak.
It's weak. Weak as
F.
F.
I do find that a bit weird.
Babajide says, "Bun the cow curse by God's grace is happening." Thank you, Babajide. Thank you. Atana says, "Not saying this to be a hater. Love you, cow, Matt, as well. But Drift is my favorite for the reason I described. FSG will F it up. It's a smoke screen." Atana's a smoke screen for what, bro? What's it a smoke screen for?
I guess he means like they're basically acting like they want to buy players, but they don't really. Which I don't think is what it is, but I think that's what he means.
So let me ask a question, genuine question. If Liverpool don't pull off this deal for Zubimendi, is it FSG's fault?
No, I think if we don't get him, he didn't want to. He didn't want to leave Spain.
So how can this be on FSG? Like, if we don't get Zubimendi, in my opinion, no one's to blame here. FSG aren't to blame. Edwards ain't to blame. Hughes ain't to blame. Slot's not to blame. The player just decided to stay at Sociedad.
No, but I tell you where Edwards and Hughes will take some blame if we don't get the Zubimendi deal done is if you're gonna put your eggs in one basket and leave it this late in the window, it's on you if it doesn't happen. Because at this late stage,
no, but not. It's on you if you don't get a defensive midfielder, not if you don't get Zubimendi.
No, that's what I'm saying. If we don't get a defensive midfielder, it will be on them because they've left it so late to get Zubimendi.
It's my fault, apparently. Wow, Cal's fault, yeah.
but you must agree with that if they don't get Zubimendi and it means that we don't get a defensive midfielder at all because of how late it is in the window, it's their fault because they shouldn't have left it so late to try and sign.
No, but that's why I specified Zubimendi. If we don't get a DM Drift, trust me, I'm on everybody's neck. But if we don't get Zubimendi, I don't think that's anyone's fault. That's just him saying, "I don't want to leave the club I love." That's no one's fault.
I agree with that.
So,
it would just be like, right, there's only 2 weeks left roughly. Like, what are you going to do now? And that will be when it becomes like their fault if we don't sign the DM full stop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Samuel L says that Luke Cable would be the perfect centre-back, left centre-back and left-back. I know a lot of people really rate Luke Cable. I've not seen enough of him to say, but like a lot of people seem to mention him whenever myself, Matt or Drift speak about left centre-back. KGFSTGC says, and Sobo wasn't that good last season. Cow, the proof's in the pudding. The curse is more real than the 115 charges. Wow. Hello, joke. Also, Drift, can you give us your top four? What are you saying, Drift? Top four next season?
City, in no particular order. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Tottenham.
So I say that again, please, bro.
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, in no particular order. I think that'll be the top four.
Nah, give it to us in order, please, bro. Come on, man. Put yourself out there.
Oh, bro, I've got to wait for the window to shut before I can really give you my.
As of right now, we're not gonna lock this in because a lot can change between now and the end of the window. But as of right now, what are you saying?
As of right now, I'd actually keep it that order.
Okay, cool. So would I. No, I'd actually have. I actually don't know who's that fourth spot. I may have to still stick with Villa at this point.
Because they're in the Champions League, I'm gonna have to see how that affects them in the league.
Aren't Spurs in the Europa though?
Yeah, but the Europa's a lot more like they're used to it. But Villa haven't been in the Champions. When was the
Not
last
this
time?
Spurs, not this Tottenham team. No, they ain't.
Well, they must have quite a few players in the team that have played Europa football, surely.
Who?
So what, has Porro not played Europa League before?
Maybe, but I think he has. Yeah.
Solanke must have played Europa.
No, he played Champions League with us, but I mean,
Werner's
that's
played
losing.
Europa.
You
Madison's
really
played Europa.
You're putting Werner in the conversation.
No, I'm just thinking of all their players that have played Europa League football.
No, forget about whether they played Europa as a squad, as a team. They ain't really experienced that. Thursday, Sunday, we saw what it did to us.
Knowing Tottenham, bro, they'll be out of the cup in the group stage or something.
Nah,
anyway.
they'll get through the group stage.
I mean, I don't know,
Nah,
bro. But I would personally right now, I think I'm gonna need Villa to prove to me it wasn't a fluke the same way Newcastle was a bit of a fluke. Because where did Newcastle finish this season? Like 8th or 9th, and they were 4th the season before. I need Villa to prove to me it's not a fluke before I put them above Tottenham. But
big
you
up
know,
big up H.
I might change my mind at the end of the window.
Brother Drift seems to have forgotten the Shaolin Robbo was dropping last season. Can't read the last slide just because of monetization. But
yeah, but if Robertson was back up, I think he'd be all right.
I don't look at Robbo and Simicast and think winning left backs, league winning left backs anymore. And I love both players. I just don't think they're there anymore. If we didn't have so many other things to sort out this summer, left back would be my main priority. If we had sorted out DM last summer and right wing, left back and centre back I'd be screaming from the rooftop. Especially with Alphonso Davies apparently having to be sold this summer. Apparently, I'd be screaming from the rooftop.
I don't think that helps you defensively, though. I think that helps you going forward. He's not a great defender.
Yeah, you're right, but I also think he's got enough pace and athleticism to bail you out 9 times out of 10.
I know, but then we're just doing the whole Carl Walker thing, which people.
No, I hit, but brother, you love that though.
No, I do, but you don't.
No, I don't. But bruv, yeah, if it means winning, we win, innit? Like, if it means we win, we win.
I've heard that Davis wants to be a wide player now. He doesn't want to play in defense anymore.
He says that, but then he wouldn't be going to Real Madrid because where's he going to play?
No, but he hasn't gone there yet, so we'll see. Innit?
But that's where he wants to go.
We'll see.
Ride shotgun. Arsenal is during injury crisis and need a 9. I mean, during injury crisis, yeah, maybe, but that doesn't mean one's going to happen. I do think they'll get more injuries this season than they have previously, but an injury crisis, I doubt it. They don't play that type of.
You know what I understand about what Shotgun is saying is
they've been fortunate with injuries.
Shotgun say, I keep forgetting it's Shotgun, not Shotgun.
Yeah.
I would probably say, and this is not me hating in any way, Arsenal are the least equipped to deal with big injuries out of Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. I think Liverpool proved last season, and I think City have proved on many occasions that with some of their big guns missing, they can still get it done. I think if you was to take 2 or 3 of Arsenal's big players out of the team for a prolonged period of time, I think that they would badly struggle with it.
All right, let's play this little game then, Drift. Let's take 3 players out of each of the so-called best 3 in the league right now. And let's see how they're equipped. So who would be the 3 main players you take out of Arsenal?
So if you was going to say the real hitters out of the Arsenal team, I would go 3 or 4. It would be Saka, Odegaard. It would be Saka, Odegaard, Rice, Saliba. So if you take 3 of those 4 away. All right, so let's just do the spine then. Let's just go Odegaard, Rice, Saliba. Let's just go the spine. So if Saliba, those 3 players were missing for a prolonged period of time, like maybe 2 or 3 months, I don't think Arsenal do anything while they're away. I think they'd struggle while they're away.
All right. So who would be the 3 you take out of Liverpool?
Liverpool would be Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah.
I think we could cope for 2 months without Alisson because of Kelleher. I think we'd struggle without Van Dijk for 2 months, and I think we'd massively struggle without Salah for 2 months.
I don't think we're struggling about Salah because we did it last season.
We did, but I don't think we would do it again.
So Van Dijk's probably the only one that I would say possibly you're right. I'm not saying we don't need Salah. That's not what I'm saying. But I think last season we proved we won every game while Salah was away, Cal. So I'm just saying.
Who would you take out of Man City?
Man City would be Rodri, Haaland, Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo, I think they've dropped Foden back. So I think they'd be
Actually,
right
it might be Foden more than Bernardo, actually. I forgot about Foden. Do you think it could possibly be more Foden than Bernardo? Which one of those two would you say is more important to them?
Oh, bro, it's your preference there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Foden gives you more goals.
Let's
Bernardo.
go Foden. I think it's Foden. I think it's Haaland, Foden, Rodri. Yeah, I think it's those.
I mean, Haaland, they showed they could still score goals without.
Foden.
Oh,
but that was when they had Alvarez, who's gone now.
I hear that. So I'd expect that they'd have some sort of contingency there. Who was the other one? Rodri. There is no one for Rodri. The list of Man City players you gave there, Man City may struggle more than Liverpool and Arsenal. But here's the thing. Pep, so far, from what we've seen, is the best tactician in the league in terms of adapting.
And there you go, bruv. If there's any manager who's going to cope with it, it's Pep, innit?
All right. So that's why, even when we put everything into context like that, that's why I still feel we need to add a couple of players.
No, I hear you.
Right.
All right, put it like this. This is what I mean when I say what I said. And again, it's not to be shady. Maybe Arsenal fans would even agree with me. I wouldn't think it's shade. But if you took last season's events that happened to both City and Liverpool, which was City had no De Bruyne for the first 5 months of the season. They had a 1 month overlap where Haaland and De Bruyne were both injured at the same time. And then they had to play another month without Haaland when De Bruyne came back. I think that's a big deal for like a team to deal with both of those two players being missing. And then when you look at the craziness that we went through in terms of our injuries and AFCON and all that stuff last season, I think if you give either of those two scenarios to Arsenal ain't in no title race the way Man City and Liverpool were last season. That's what I think personally.
No, you might be right, but just because they haven't been in those scenarios doesn't mean that they can't kick on, though.
No, of course. This is all just speculation, isn't it? This is just...
Yeah.
But I would be very, very surprised if Arsenal was having to do things like call on 18-year-olds to fill in because they had that many injury issues and still be in a title race. I'd be very, very, very shocked.
The thing is, Arsenal's depth, I think they've got a very good defensive depth as of right now. Midfield depth, I think, is okay, and attacking depth, I think, is okay. They need a striker. If they get Marino and a striker, I think it's a game changer for Arsenal.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Like I said, last season, they might win it this year. Who knows? I'm not trying to do a hating thing, Arsenal. I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm just looking at the situation for what it was, and they only had a few injuries to deal with, which was Timber and Partey. I know they had the odd one here or there, but we're talking about like significant periods of time. They didn't really have any significant period of time injuries apart from Timber and Partey. And I just think that there was a lot going for them as well. Like even towards the end of the season, Cal, and I remember every team they were playing, we've had their best players missing, and it almost just felt like it was written for them to win it because of how much luck they seemed to be getting. And I just look at it and think, if they couldn't get over the line with all that luck, what happens when they get a bit of controversy, which surely must be coming?
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? Like even the fact that they played Chelsea and Gusto and Palmer were missing, and do you know, and they played Wolves and Wolves had to play their kids because they're so like every game it was like they played Man U and Rashford was missing and Thingy was, and there was all, and it was just like every time they were playing a team it was like oh, this just seems like everything's just falling so perfectly into place for them to like. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see, innit?
No, I
We'll
hear it.
see. We'll see.
Be an interesting season.
Mm.
Jade Activist says ahead of us, but no trophies to show for it. No, I completely agree with that as well. Big up Danny up the red says worried our attackers can't get us over the line. I still am as well.
I'm not, but yeah.
Beijing Race, big up Beijing Race TV. Go and subscribe, guys. United broke the bank on a pair of spaghetti legs. Yeah, seems like it. Atanas says thank you very much for the super sticker. Atanas, big up yourself.
Big up, bro. Big up.
Look, I'll say this and I'll say this with my chest fully out. If Liverpool get a centre back, a DM, and a right winger, I think we win the league.
If it's the players that we want, so do I.
Even if it's not Kudus, look, let's say it's not Kudus, Zubimendi, and Bastoni. I trust the club to go and get, if we are going to get those three positions addressed, I trust the club to go and get the three top players in those positions, or the three best players for our system in those positions. And if we do, I genuinely believe we win the league.
What if it was Zubimendi, Kudus, but then like kind of like an average defender?
I don't think we'd do that. Slot's already come out, said we're not going to just add for the sake of it. If we're going to buy someone, it's got to be someone that improves us. So we're not going to do that. We'll either get someone quality or we won't get someone at all.
Josh, why did you have to remind me about Gordon?
So hold on, let me ask you a question, Drift. If we got Zubimendi, Bastoni, and Gordon, what would you rate our window out of 10?
8.
It has to be higher than an 8, Drew.
Nah, Gordon doesn't do anything at all.
Zubimendi and Bastoni, that's an 8 already.
Yeah, I know.
So you gave him 0 ratings for getting Gordon.
No, he just
I'm
doesn't.
not even a Gordon fan either, but you have, bro, it's got to be at least a 9.5, bro.
No, not with it being Gordon, bro. No chance.
Shift is serious.
I don't want you at my club, bro. I don't want him at my club, bro. He's not good enough.
Zubimendi,
70 mil as well. No.
You know, let's not go down this rabbit hole, innit?
If we get Bastoni and Zubimendi, I'll be so happy. I could ignore him if he was the one who got signed. But nah, not for me. Not for me.
Fair dues.
I also think it would be extremely stupid to buy a left winger when we have 2, instead of buying a right winger when we've only got 1.
No, I agree.
It wouldn't make any sense. It really wouldn't.
Jay said, if you're rub these legs together at stuff, I can't even laugh at stuff like that because I got very skinny legs myself. I cannot even laugh at that one.
Liverpool just buying bare diluter and no water.
I know. If we look, I don't really rate Gordon as high as some other people do, but I'll be real. Like, if we sign Zubimendi, Bastoni, and Gordon in a transfer window, it has to be at least a 9.5. Has to.
Do you know what I could see happening if Liverpool sign Gordon? I can see him having decent stats and everybody trying to like throw it in my face, but watching him is not enjoyable. That's what I can see. Yeah. So they'll be like,
I'm going to ask you a question off camera. Based on what you just said, I'm going to ask you a question off camera because I don't want to ask it on camera. I'm going to ask you a question off camera. I think you know what it's about as well.
I can guess, yeah. But I don't think
that's what baffles me about the Gordon thing with you, bro. If I'm going to be honest,
he's just not good enough, bro. He's going to dive around. I don't like his character. I just don't want him at my club. I just don't.
That's fair. Can I ask you a question? I'm
quite confused at all the people that think he's the truth. I'm just confused at it, to be honest.
Can I ask you a question? If Solanke is worth 60 mil and you didn't say that was well overpriced.
No, but
Do
I
you not
just say
think
it's too much.
Okay, but let's say, but this is the market we're in now. If Solanke's worth 60, do you not think Gordon is worth 70?
Gordon's
Based
not
on
worth
based on the market, not how we perceive football, because we know he's not worth 70 mil. But given the market, bread, let's be real, bread isn't worth £1.40, but that's the market we're now in it.
Well, £2, bro, for some bread.
Yeah, there we go. So obviously, you know my team.
I don't think he's not worth more than Solanke, in my opinion.
Based on
Both of them have only had one standout season, and I think number 9s are better than wingers. So by that metric, I don't think his value should be higher than Solanke.
but he's also way younger.
Was he 3 years younger than him?
Yeah. And I think he got more GA than Solanke last season as well.
Yeah, but obviously Solanke is a striker, so therefore, with that being the thing that everybody's rating Gordon about, like, oh, he scores goals. Okay, well then are you gonna directly compare him to goals scored? Because I know Solanke scored more goals than him. So
Well,
it
Solanke
depends.
scored 19, he scored 11.
Yeah, so I'm saying if Gordon's goals,
And I
because
think
everybody
Solanke-
keeps
if I'm
telling me the
mistaken,
goals
Solanke
are
took
what they
penalties.
like.
I don't think Gordon even takes penalties either.
Everyone keeps telling me that why they like Gordon is because he's a goal scoring winger. So I'm saying, well, if we're using a metric of he's a goal scoring winger,
I think it's
then
more end product. It's more about end product from Gordon. Gordon has good end product.
again, for anybody who wants him, that's fine. I don't think he's worth more than Solanke in the market, and I don't want him at my club. I don't think he's an upgrade on Gakpo or Diaz at all. In fact, I think it's a little bit insulting to Gakpo and Diaz to say Gordon's a better winger than them. Like,
Do you think
I actually think it's a bit
you don't think
insulting.
he's at least on their level?
No. I
So
don't.
what would you rate Diaz out of 10?
I give Diaz a 6.5 or a 7,
So what would you give Gordon then?
5.5, 6 at the absolute push.
So what would you rate Gakpo out of 10?
I give Gakpo the same as Diaz, 6.5 or a 7.
I personally think he's around their level.
That's fair enough.
But I've also been quite clear in saying that Diaz and Gakpo don't move me in the left wing position either. And Gordon doesn't move me either.
I just find it very strange that Gordon is the target. It's just a bit confusing. Unless there's something we don't know, like Diaz is leaving. But yeah, I'm just a bit confused why we're targeting the left wing.
But given Edwards' track record, don't you think? I mean, don't you think we're being a bit disingenuous to them, given their track record? Because let's be real, Edwards' signing since he's been at Liverpool, well, obviously he's come back. This is his second stint, but Edwards in his first stint for Liverpool, I mean, his signings were pretty much impeccable.
No, they were, but I mean, if Matt was here, he could even confirm this because obviously a lot of these conversations were like years ago. Everybody who he was signing, I was super excited about, and a lot of people had trepidation around. But like when we signed Robbo, when we signed Mane, when we signed Wijnaldum, I was over the moon at these signings because I'd already watched and seen how good they were, and I actually wanted them at the club. So I was over the moon when we signed these players. And like I said, if Matt was here, he could back me up that I'm not capping on that. Especially Robbo. So many people is doubting Robbo. I was like, no, you don't understand. This guy is brilliant, man. Watch what he's going to do at Liverpool. So I understood those signings in terms of the risk because I could see the ability of the player. But when I look at Gordon, bro, I just see an average player. I don't see anybody who is going to go to that next level and be able to. I don't see it, bro. I really don't see it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Is that because of his personality, though, Drew?
No, his personality just makes it worse.
Okay.
His personality just makes it worse because I could deal with a shithouser if it was going to be like, you know, Diego Costa, and I'm like, yeah, he's a real prick. But at least when he's on your team, he bangs and you like, you know, you're all right with him being in your team because he's your shithouser. I don't see that with Gordon. I think his personality just makes it like worse. That I think he's an average player, and then on top of that, he's a diver and he's always rolling around and play acting and doing all that crap. I don't want him. I just don't want him.
I reckon Gordon would go up a level at Liverpool if he came to Liverpool. He's still not the winger I want. I do think he'd go up a level.
I do.
I really do. But we'll see.
And again, if he was free,
say again.
Cool. If he was like free or cheap, then there'd be a part of me that would understand. But to chase him at 75 mil as well, like there's got to be wingers that you could think of that are better than Gordon for 75 million. There's got to be.
Yeah, but bruv, let's be real. The way these lot make choices and pick players, there must be just more than just the underlying things that we see, or just the surface things we see.
One thing I'm never gonna do though, bro, is just give them blights because they've done things well in the past. So
I'm not giving them a blight, but I'm saying we have to trust them to an extent because they've earned trust over the years.
I don't know. Not enough trust.
We can't say they ain't earned trust over the, or Edward, should I say, haven't earned trust over the years.
Not for me to not question Edward, Gordon as a signing. Like they haven't done so flawlessly that I'm just like, you know what, is what it is. I'm still a bit like, I don't get this one. I don't understand.
Mane, Salah, Virgil, Alisson, Fabinho, Gini, Robbo.
No, I'm not doubting the signing. I'm just saying they haven't done flawlessly enough for me to not question Ibu.
I mean, I think they pretty much have earned our trust, bro.
There's
not much more they can do to earn our trust outside of maybe getting a prime Messi.
Not for me to not question the Gordon signing. I don't understand it at all. I just don't. Is it because he's Scouse as well? I don't understand.
I think that has played a big part into it. I think if Gordon never revealed that he was a Liverpool fan, or it never was found out he was a Liverpool fan, I don't think the fan base would be going so hard for Gordon. But now that he's revealed that or he's come out, like I think everyone kind of sees like, let's be real, as Liverpool fans, our dream would have been to be professional footballers playing for Liverpool. So people kind of live through that, which I understand. Again, wouldn't be my first choice. The narrative that he's average, he's better than average in my opinion.
I don't think he is.
But he's still not the one I'd want. But if we signed him as well as like 2-3 other top quality players, and and again, when it comes to money nowadays, I really don't even care. It's not my money for a start. You've got to spend over the odds regardless on who you're buying 9 times out of 10. For me, it's more about the quality of the player and what the player delivers. These are I don't care about the cost. Whether a player costs £1 or £100 million, but I never heard Rice's price tag brought up once last summer because he was doing his job. Everyone forgets when we signed Virgil van Dijk, he was by far the most expensive defender in world football. No one has mentioned his price tag since the day he stepped foot on Anfield's pitch against Everton. So this whole notion of price tags, for me, price tag only matters when the player doesn't do well.
No, but Cal, the reason why we have to think about price as Liverpool fans is because we only do it every now and again, have a big outlay on a player. It's not like a regular thing where we just do it all the time. So if you're going to spend 75 mil, what that means is for the next 4 or 5 years, he's going to be our winger. So I also look into the future and I think, so in 2, 3, 4 years' time, I've still got to cope with him being Liverpool's winger. I don't like the idea of that. I just don't think he's good enough.
There's no guarantees that's going to happen. I think that happened under Klopp because Klopp was a project man who believed in his coaching and believed in, you know what, if it doesn't work season 1, I'm going to make sure it works season 2. That was Klopp. And that's why we loved him, but also disliked some of his philosophies as well. Because that was Klopp, innit? So
you think that we would take a hit on him and just bench him and buy somebody else if in like a year and a half he's not doing well?
Yeah, under this regime. Under Michael Edwards regime, absolutely, yeah. We ain't just holding on to players for the sake of it.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
We're not doing that anymore.
I'd have to see it to believe it. I'd have to see it. And you know what? Like real talk. I'm not even like calling you out or anything, but real talk made a comment earlier. He said, Gordon gives him McManaman vibes. How? I just have to like
No.
ask, why is Gordon getting these high level of praise? I don't understand.
That's crazy. Nothing like McManaman. Nothing like
But there's so
McManaman.
many players, there's so many fans, Cal, that are like, maybe not necessarily doing a McManaman comparison, but like they're really gassing him up, and I'm confused. I'm just like, are we talking about the same player? Like,
With all due respect, like again, real talk. When I say this, please don't take this the wrong way, and chat, don't take this the wrong way. I'm gonna ask you real talk. Did you watch McManaman when he played, or have you only just seen highlights and stuff? Like, and again, please don't take that as disrespect. I'm asking as a genuine question because for me, McManaman's level was up here. Like the guy went to Real Madrid and won trophies and scored outrageous goals. Was playing centre midfield for them. Gordon is nothing like McManaman, like at all, in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. So no. Let me help these supers. Shout out to Aaron. Where's Neto? Big up Aaron. That's my good friend, Chelsea fan as well. Bun Aaron, man. Mine is Anthony. Do you think Diaz is better on the right? No, I don't.
no, not than he is on the left. No.
Sheikh says, who would you buy, Drift? Also, Kubo or Gordon?
But they play on either flank though, don't
No,
they?
he's saying,
Kubo.
I think, who would you buy for left wing? And then also, who would you rather have, Kubo or Gordon?
No, that's what I mean. Kubo and Gordon are different wingers, aren't they? That one plays one side,
But
one
they
plays
both
the
can
other.
play left and right.
I thought Kubo was predominantly a right winger.
No, he can play both.
Okay. Out of those two, see, I don't think Kubo is that guy either, but I'd probably take Kubo over Gordon. And who would I get for the wing? That's the thing. I don't even think we need a left winger. And I'm not doing that to cop out. I think Diaz and Gakpo are fine. I don't think we need a left winger.
But if you just said they're 6.5 out of 10, Drift, then surely that, because if I was to ask you what's Alisson out of 10, we're going to say 9.5, 10. Virgil out of 10, 9.5, 10. Ibu out of 10, or Konza, like let's say Ibu out of 10, we're going to go 8 at least, probably. Bradley out of 10, we'd probably go maybe 6 or 7 based on his age and experience. We're saying Zubimendi out of 10, we're probably saying 8 or 9. McAllister out of 10, we're probably saying 9 or 9.5. Like Salah out of 10, you're going 10 out of 10. Jota up top, I'm saying 8 or 9 out of 10. But then left wing, we're going 6.5.
6.5 or 7. But
Yeah,
no, but this is based on me saying I don't think there's anyone out there better than what we have. If there was a standout candidate, then I would understand. But
you don't think Kravitz is better than Diaz or
no,
Gakpo?
that's what I was just gonna say. There's obviously a few people that like I think are brilliant players. So Kvaratskhelia is one of them. I think he is a brilliant player. But I don't know. I just don't know. Like with some of these players, I worry about their consistency, not their ability. So would Kvaratskhelia come and give the same level of consistency? I don't know.
When you
I
say the
don't know.
same level as consistency as who?
As like a player who you would consider that was like a 9, an 8 or a 9 or above, or because remember, consistency has to come into that, right? When we're judging the player on their level as well. Is Kvaratskhelia at 8 or a 9 out of 10 for consistency as well as talent? I don't know. He's only had one standout season at Napoli, so I don't know if he really is that consistent winger that's going to give you that week in, week out. I don't know. So until you can show me a player that will, I'm willing to go with what we've got. Plus, I think that Gakpo and Diaz deserve to be given an opportunity under a different tactic with a new manager to see if that can get more productivity out of them, because they'll be playing slightly differently.
Fair dues. I personally don't think Diaz and Gakpo give you consistency anywhere near cover. And I think if we're going to add context to the cover situation, he had no Osherman, who was literally a one-man band in that Napoli team last season. and he still produced good numbers. If I'm not mistaken, better numbers than both Diaz and Gakpo, with way less chances probably as well. If it was choice between Kubo and Gordon, I'm going Kubo though. I think he gives us more of what we need than what Gordon does. Adamson says, dislike Gordon, but his GA last season is the same as Diaz since he's joined. Check Diaz big chances created. The guy is just good at dribbling, no end product.
That's not all he does in the team, but again, I don't want to keep going over the same stuff.
Yeah, something's got to happen with Gakpo and Diaz's end product next season, or else we're in trouble potentially in that attack.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, like I said, I'm not saying you can't improve on our forwards, but I still think it's a bit mad that because there's a few standout moments with players like Diaz and Nunes in terms of like big misses in the games, I think it's still a bit mad for people to forget that all of our forwards got 15 goals or more last season. And if I'm not mistaken, it was some kind of like record, or like it was something of like of an attack combined goals or something like that. I don't know. I
Europa
think
League tax, but I hate to be the person, but Europa League tax and scoring goals in the early stages of Carabao, like.
Yeah, but like I said, bro, we can't pick and choose when we're going to take goals, because goals are goals.
No, but then we can't also pick and choose and say we just ignored when the big chances happen and they miss it either, then, Drift.
Because if I say that, then somebody tell me what Gordon did in the Champions League. I don't even know what he did, but what did Gordon do in the Champions
much
League?
At all.
Because people will say, he got this many in the Prem, etc., etc. All right, what did he get in the Champions League?
No, I didn't do well in the Champions League.
So, you get what I mean? So we're going to use that metric. That could I say, well, that means he's not Champions League level then?
I think just from Premier League alone, I think he might have got better GA than Gakpo and Diaz.
Well, he didn't have the problems Diaz did, and Gakpo didn't play left wing for the whole season. We'll see this season.
Still played in a better team and also played in an easier competition.
No, but Gakpo was mismanaged. Klopp himself.
Right, fair enough. On Diaz then.
Diaz had a lot of issues this season.
He didn't have a lot of issues. He had that spell with his parents. That's
yeah,
not
plus it was his first season after getting over the horrific knee injury.
I know, man.
I'm just saying, we'll see, innit? We'll see. I don't want Gordon. That's all I'm saying.
Say again?
I just don't want Gordon. If we're going to buy a winger, I want it to be someone who's a massive improvement.
Taji said, mad to see Drift praise D9, but thumbs down, man, better than him. But Gordon, one's a striker and one's a winger, to be fair.
Yeah. And I'm not saying we can't get better. We can't get a better forward than Nunes. But there's not many good strikers out there, so we'll see.
We will see. But Drift, anything you want to say to the people before we take them out?
No, big up everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Friday as well. We had over 1,000 of you in it for the whole show on a Friday. Big up yourself. And let's just hope. There was a part of me that was really hoping that Zubimendi would have been a lot more concrete by the weekend, so the weekend didn't give us anxiety. But obviously we got, because not many transfers get done over the weekend, do they? So I'll be very surprised if we get any news.
I think a decision will be made over the weekend, and then we'll know on Monday.
Yeah. By the way, the people asking about Williams, I would take Williams, yeah, definitely.
Over Gordon?
Yeah. Nico Williams. I'd even take Nico Williams over Diaz. I think Nico Williams got a bright future.
But Nico Williams hasn't had one outstanding season.
I know, but I can see the kid's got it.
He's 22. He's a year younger than Gordon. He's not had one outstanding season.
I can see he's got it. I would maybe worry slightly about his consistency. I'll be honest. I would still be a little bit worried about whether he's a game in, game out type of consistent player. But he's way more talented than Gordon. I'd definitely rather him than Gordon, 100%. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then double watch along on Sunday, guys.
Yeah,
Make sure
Sunday,
you're there. That's going to be a long day, innit, Cal? No.
Every day's a long day for me, bro. It's just another day. Like,
But no, I hope you'll be rocking with us for that one, guys. Over on Tifo, we'll be live for both games on Sunday. So, yeah. Finally, I saw where it was announced. It's only on the Liverpool website where it says about the Las Palmas game. It's the only.
yeah, I told you. Yeah. It's a closed gate. It's a closed door game, but it'll be televised.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to
people. If you haven't already, please do smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll be live on Sunday on Tifo with back-to-back watch-alongs. And if any news breaks over the weekend, you can be sure to hear from us as well. As always, people, almost 1,000 of you at this time of night. Big up yourselves. Also, you know why I'm saying this, but a massive big up to Sadiq. It's too soon time. But blessings, blessings. Yeah. It's soon time. Pray everything goes well. Sadiq, you got this. Mrs. Sadiq, you got this as well. But yes, people, until we see you on Sunday, please do join us. Have a fantastic Saturday and Sunday until we see you. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kop-Ish out, people. Take care.
Peace.
Yeah.